by the way, I have one of those welding projects for you again. Actually, I'm not even sure what it's called in English. Basically, I just want to build that scissor thing. Maybe brush guillotine, maybe. Let's try. Brush baby. No. Excavator brush cutter. Itli Grappa. No, that's the manufacturer. Oh, demo, man. Why am I even building one? Let's order 6 of them from demo. No, it's not the brush cutter. It's... Dude, whatever. I'm gonna figure it out and put it in the title. Basically, I'm looking to build something like this. But I'm not really sure which design I'm gonna go with, because there are 2 different designs. One of them, hence why we have that piece of paper over there, so I could explain the 2 different designs. Do design number 1 on this side. Design number 1. I have no idea how to draw, by the way. I'm afraid it's gonna look weird if I draw it. But basically, design number 1 means there's some type of a framework up there. Then there's let's just call it like a cylinder somewhere over there. Piston goes that way somewhere to some pin over there, some pin over there. Then we have claw number 1. Klaan number... Kurat, sinnapoole ei osanud liikuda, põrand saab otsa, laud saab otsa reis. But anyway, claw number 2 is wrong, because the claw number 2 is not there. It's actually supposed to be somewhere over there. Let's ignore that part. Design number 1 means there should be an extension on one of the claws. And then we have like a plate that goes there, which also pulls that claw forward. And there has to be 2 of them. Well, in my case, 4 of them, because I'm planning to use double cylinders. But, oh yeah, there needs to be some type of a blade in the center as well, because as the claws close, they're supposed to cut the brush. So this is basically a brush cutter. Now obviously I'm not gonna be able to weld anything from that. It's just a mess. Design number 2 is a bit easier. So we have that same frame thing over there. Then we have the mounting point 1, cylinder over there, piston goes out. Then we have mounting point 2, mounting point 3, claw goes through there, somewhere over there, and on this side we have like a solid wall that does not move. So this design is a bit easier. It involves less fabrication overall and a lot less moving parts. Although I'm not sure if it's better or worse at the moment. No idea about that. So yeah, right now I'm gonna stuck which design I should go forward with. Where is the internet? Freaking spaceship. Can't get a signal. It looks like most of them are with a double claw setup, but some of them are with a single claw. And you can see from here that the double glass setup, it requires a lot of pins and stuff like that. There's a drawbar in the mix as well. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the single design. So one side is like a solid wall, and the claw is only on one side, the other side. So as this closes, it pushes the wood through the knife first, cutting it from the stump, for example, and then the claw will continue closing, locking the wood into that box basically, so you can easily stack it in a pile, for example. And that's my end goal with this, to be honest. I wanna do brush cutting with my Yanmar. That's where I'm planning to install that thing, if I'm able to build something like that. I mean, the little Yanmar I have is capable of lifting about 800 kilos with its arm, so that's actually quite a bit. I mean, probably most of these trees don't even weigh that much, maybe only the thicker ones. But obviously I'm not gonna attempt to cut stuff like that. I'm thinking more like maybe stuff like this would be medium, and stuff like that shouldn't be a problem. Stuff like that. And this would be a really fast and efficient way to remove this garbage. And just go through it with the excavator. Just chomp, chomp, chomp. Place it in a pile. Next up, chomp, chomp, chomp. Continue on chomping until there's nothing left to chomp. And I also considered maybe like buy the thing. I could save some time. But then I realized I'm broke and I have to build it myself. Now I haven't bought any steel for this project, but I'm kind of hoping that maybe I can do it with stuff I already have. I mean, got some plate there, and well, basically that's all I need, I think. Some leftover chunk from the claw project. I mean the grappler project. Maybe might use that. You know, personally, I think it doesn't really matter which design I choose. I think they both should work. I forgot to add that blade there. The blade is right over there. I think I'm gonna go with that setup. It just seems a lot less complex to manufacture in my little cave. Right now I'm not... Right now I'm not sure if I'm gonna use 2 cylinders or 1. Kinda depends. 2 would be double the power. But first things first, I need to make the main frame. Here we have Dude, I have no idea what's going on. Give me a moment. Just take the time. obviously it's not gonna work. But we're gonna cry later about it. At the moment, let's go with this setup. Maybe make this part a bit thicker and maybe a bit longer. But everything here, I think is fine. Don't need to do anything there. This is the main pivoting point for the claw. This will be the cylinder mount. Secondary cylinder mount up there. Everything here will be static. And the claw part, I'm gonna figure out once I get like the main body of the thing pretty much tacked together. And once that is finished, then we'll figure out the excavator mounting part. I'm pretty sure that's a headache as well. Let me go see if I have some useless furniture. Oh. Hello. Goodbye. Because I need to add a speed limit to this stupid airport. I mean, start Joseph up for like 5 minutes and the entire road is screwed. Two pieces would be perfect, but it just doesn't seem like it's gonna work. Yeah, I think I can get two pieces from here with a bit of compromise. Whoop! Turned the thing the wrong way. Okay, well I think that should seal that deal. Okay, now what? I think I need a back plate now, so I could tie these two together. But I'm not sure how wide it needs to be. I still want to put 2 cylinders in the thing, because I think one of them is not enough. If I want to put 2 of them, then I think they should be as close as possible to the wall. I just think that this cylinder is not enough for like a cutter. Usually the cylinders they use for that type of jobs, they are at least twice as thick as this one here. That's why I want to install at least 2. Well, in the end the cylinder will be pointing upwards like that, but I think this might work. If we'll figure this out later, but if it doesn't, then I'm pretty sure I can put it like that as well. Or if there's not enough room, then I can just, you know, go and buy something thicker, some thicker cylinder, and maybe shorter. But actually no, I can't do that anymore because these plates are for these cylinders, these length cylinders. So, but I think the width should work pretty good. Although I don't have any more plate remaining. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's plenty of room. Plus I can use this plate up. Kind of funny story actually. I got these plates from my friend and it was like 5 years ago. I never used them and I think they're kind of perfect for this project now. Funny how things play out. Clean that up first. I'm not sure about that piece at the moment. It's just temporary, maybe. I just need something to make it more stable. As of right now though, I don't think it's gonna get in the way. But we'll see later. Look at that. Starting to look like a thing. Yeah. Before it looked like a bunch of random steel plates welded together. But now it's starting to look like a thing. Pretty good actually. Give me a moment now, I need to figure out the next step. Okay guys, so I needed to clear my head a bit. couldn't figure out the next step, so I went to a spa and bought a bunch of pins. I think we can continue now, although I still have no idea what to do. Just gonna go where the road leads me, I guess. And I'm gonna make the cylinder mounts as close as possible to the wall. That's why I bought these things. So one cylinder will be mounted there and the other one will be there. So let's make those first. Can't really put a lot, I guess, like 60 maybe. Should be pretty good. Basically the cylinder will be moving only this much, like this is fully open and that's fully closed. So it's not gonna move a lot from down there. There. No. Something like that. Then this should work. All the pressure on this will be pushed down, so we have to make the hole basically very close to that edge. But in this scenario, all the pressure should be going that way, right? It will only apply pressure the other way if it's opening the claw, and usually there's no force or in that direction. So this should be fine, I guess. Somewhere there. Check it out, guys. The upper number is imperial, right? Lower is metric. How are you even supposed to read those numbers? You look like 13th, 16th of an inch. What the hell? What in the actual hell? I can't even imagine those numbers. Saying 30 mil is a lot easier. I don't understand how you guys do it. It's just insane. Man, that's a really good drill bit. Look at that. Just flies through this. It's like cake. $20 mil of steel just goes through it like nothing. Mis asja sa teed siin? Ma ei saa, hoia ka kinni. It's gonna take some time. Huh? Nothing. Doesn't even start. It just clogs up the teeth. immediately. That is very strange. It's mild steel. It's nothing special. I've drilled this before, even with bigger hole saws. Let's try the other end. Basically the teeth, see, they get filled with these chips, and that will prevent from cutting any further. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're wondering, you know, a lot of you have been asking this question. Why don't I use a Mac drill to do this type of work? Because I do have a Mac drill as well. Well, the Mac drill I have, which is this thing over here, basically the maximum that thing will drill is 27 mil. Maybe you can put bigger bits on it, I'm not sure. But spec-wise, this will be the maximum it will do. And obviously it's not enough for me. Because sometimes I even need to drill, let's say like 60 mil, for example. And I've also done 65. Now just imagine how powerful of a Mac drill you would need in order to drill 65 millimeters with an auger bit like this. That Mac drill alone probably costs more than my car. But you know, technically I think you can put bigger bits on it. However, you're just gonna burn out the motor. They're not built for that. That thing is not built for that. Anything below 27 mil, I have no issues using the Mac drill, but anything higher is just not gonna work. Bunch of hole saws. A good cheap alternative. But it's slow. And well, yeah, it's slow. Probably somewhere there. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut the corners off. They're not important anyway. Make some room here. Wonder if this will work. Perfect. Oh yeah, a lot more free movement. Very good. Not sure yet, but hopefully that's the correct spot for the bottom mounts for the cylinders. I'm not gonna weld anything into oblivion just yet, and just wanna make sure. Basically just put the entire thing together and see how it moves. I think next up let's focus on the something like that. I'm gonna try to sketch up some type of a claw. I think this will work actually. This is fully open. I mean fully closed. Open, I mean. So this is basically fully closed. Oh, yeah, that thing will get in the way. I need to take this part a bit deeper in, so the claw would slightly go into the frame. Right now it's, yeah, see, that's getting in the way at the moment. But I think the claw part should work. And I don't think I need to make it even more. I don't think I need to modify this. technically it should work. We'll add the blade there. Currently I'm not sure how far out it will reach, but just the tree goes there, blade is here, and then the claw will push the tree against the blade. Right? I think this claw will work. I'm gonna go with this setup. Kurat, kyllä mä sittäkin kätteensä. No. Let's make the main pin holes next. Now as for the main pin, I'm gonna make it myself and I'm gonna use 45mm rod, and the bushing will be basically a thick pipe. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the hole in the same spot on both sides though. Maybe make the first hole and then try to eyeball the second hole perhaps. 7,5 keskkoht siin või, mis asja? On 15 jah? 15,5. No mina ei tea, 7,5 umbes. That seems pretty center. Center-ish. Oh, why did I think this is gonna be like a feather? That is not gonna weigh much. Okay, this kind of sucks. Maybe like, I don't want to drop it. I guess I did drop it. Carefully controlled landing. I think that's the correct term. By the way, guys, the all-wheel drive drill, it has something that the Makita does not. Check it out. This is so much better. If you guys know, then I have struggled with Makita's hand locking junk. It's just horrible. I always have to use like a tool, which will destroy the thing. Best 30 bucks I've ever spent. Let's do a bit. Now let's do a bit of that really complex math, and then see if it pans out. I think it's not gonna work, but who knows? So should be there, I guess. If that were a circle, then my little shaft should match up with it. Man. How is it so tight? Shouldn't be that tight. That's a bit better. Not much though. Man. Dude, who even needs a lathe? Just go buy that drill. That looks pretty straight. At least my eye is telling me it's straight. Mr. Level though seems to disagree. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore my eye. Let's go what Mr. Level thinks. So this thing literally drills faster than the other thing. Mida ma seal pool tundi maas puurisin, ma ei saa aru, ikka ei lähe otsa. Kuradi augud kuivavad kokku siin iga minut. No. Okay, that's fun. What's next? Basically, I think the next part will be the main bushing. Actually, a very important part because everything will be welded to it. Or rather glass. The bushing will go through the glass and then right there. So let's do that now. I'm gonna use this one this time. I've usually used that one, but it's a bit too small, so I've honed it down on the lathe. This one though is a bit bigger, but not by a lot. Actually pretty close, honestly. The hole is 46, the shaft is 45, but I think it's good, you know. Then we have that little room for the grease. If it's kurat, see mis kõver. Miks ta sisse kinni jäi siia? Mida putsi siin toimub? If it's too tight, then there's no room for grease, right? So let's go with that one. I think that's the better choice. Penni üle ma tõin. 7 penni tõin siia laua peale. Need on kõik maad. Mul on 4 tükki siin põrandal välja. No, palju õnne, noh. Teed ühe kriipsu ja siis võtad järgmised pennid. It has to be slightly under 38 centimeters. It's actually pretty good, look at that. Yeah, this is definitely a better option. It has that little blade for the grease, and you know, the inside it's pretty smooth. Yeah, this is a better option than the other option. Now comes the tricky part though. Where does this hole need to be? Maybe there. Definitely not there. Or there. That is also wrong orientation. Plus it kind of rolls off the thing. You know, I only have one chance at this. If I screw it up, then the glass is useless. And I don't have any more material to make new glass. Oh, by the way, so far, I haven't really bought any steel at all. I only bought those pins. So if I can keep this up, then technically I can make this entire project out of scrap. So far, looking good. But this is probably the most trickiest part. This thing needs to be somewhere important. Also, I'm not sure where the cylinder needs to hook up. At first I thought it's gonna be at the corner, you know, at the bottom right corner. But now I'm thinking maybe it's somewhere up top, and maybe I need to modify this end of it. I'm not really sure about that at the moment as well. It has to be the highest point there, and it has to be slightly higher than that, so it could clear any obstacles. Well, this thing can't be at the bottom right corner, definitely not. It has to be higher up somewhere. Huh. Okay. Plus thing will be there. What is that? Like 32 centimeters. Actually, that's almost maximum stroke. Yeah, I think that spot works, sort of. And I have to connect the cylinder to the top right corner, not bottom right. I need to remove the bottom right, actually. That's just gonna get in the way. This will be fully open. That's pretty good opening. And that's fully closed. And it's not coming in contact with any of the frame parts. I think that should work, but maybe put it in the center, not to one side. I mean, there's more than enough room for a brush, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the center setup, because at the moment I think my head is giving off more heat than the diesel heater over there. There's just too much thinking involved. I need to go down. $63 millimeters. Woof. That's gonna be fun. Honestly, 63 millimeters, I did not even account for that. I'm not sure if I even have the drill bit for it. Don't have it. But I do have 65. I mean, this is 64, sorry. I have 65 as well. I have 60, 62, no 63, 64, and 65. You guys know what that means. Yeah, I have to go buy more hole saws. However, this is some really old 64, so I'm not even sure if it's capable of cutting anything. Where's my doobie-doo? I think it's going great. Almost there, puppy. What? Mis sellega veel juhtus? Kus teine pool üldse on? Guys, did you see, where did that thing go? I don't even see the other part. Very strange. I swear, guys, those tofu drill bits, you don't even need to drill. Just cough or fart next to the drill bit and it will break in half. It's ridiculous. Look at that crap. It's made out of cheese. Luckily I have buttloads of them. Just put the next one in. Oh, 64 is perfect actually. Look at that. It's starting to look like something now. It's pretty far still, but we have come on words. We have our stationary glass. It would be great to know how much this cylinder comes out so I could understand what the higher end needs to be. Actually, that works pretty good. So this will be fully open, and this will be fully closed. I mean, I think this is fine. It doesn't need to travel too much inwards, right? Because you're grabbing stuff, so unless you were cutting air, for example, or smoke, then it doesn't need to close fully. I mean, I think even that is fine because it needs to grab stuff as well. So brush needs to, something needs to get stuck here anyway. Yeah, over half a meter actually. 5.5, 55 centimeters. I think this is fine. Ta-da! Look at that, guys. The thing is starting to make even more sense now. We're just missing a couple of dozen of parts. I'm gonna make the second side as well. Pretty neat. Yeah, this will work. I hope. But next up, I need to make the second there. And yeah, for a moment there I was thinking maybe add 2 more glass, so 4 total, but I think it's too much for this, this grappler. Just imagine 4 glass, too much. So instead of that, I'm gonna remake this end, but only make it reach that far. Just have to remake the end. Sucky thing is that I only have like a piece of steel left, so I can only make 1. But maybe we have something extra. Nope. Oh, whatever. figure something out. What? How can that even happen, man? The drill is inside the hole. How can it just... Dude, the thing just breaks off. I literally have no words. Complete tofu drill bits. Hopefully this will break just as fast. Oh look, it survived. What a shock. I'm in complete disbelief. Dude, the work table is becoming a mess. But in other news, I need to make the second piece happen now. Yeah, this is too thick. Actually, this is like almost very close. Probably should put some washers in between. Actually, I think I'm gonna grab some plate steel and make a couple of washers out of that. That will also increase the strength of those holes, you know, because this is 10 millimeters, and this will probably get ovaled out with time. There's most likely a lot of pressure on those joints. So let's add like a couple of plates, but let's add them inside so it would clear the ram. This cap is at the moment perhaps too little, and with time stuff might bend maybe. So the ram itself might start rubbing against that part or that part. So it will make more sense to take them further apart. We gotta make 6 of them, and 2 of them need to be longer. Gotta drill a bunch of holes now. This is gonna be fun. By the way, that was not fun.
Yeah.
Guys, this thing is starting to look like something. Or was that yesterday? I can't remember. Well, in that case, it's starting to look like something else. Look at that thing. I think by the end of the video, this thing is gonna weigh more than the grappler build. Which is not a problem, by the way. I just need to tack these in place now. Can't mess this up. Kinda important that they are straight and definitely not crooked. I think I need to undo the bottom wheels at the moment. Because it's gonna be too close to the wall. I don't actually want it to be this close. Because of that pin, it's gonna start ramming into the side plate there. So I'm gonna move these blocks a bit further that way, then I can pull it away from the wall. Right now it's basically against the wall and the cylinder is still crooked. So I'm gonna move those blocks a bit inwards. I don't know about you guys, but we gotta see that again. Yeah, at least one more time. Honestly, I'm kinda surprised I've even reached this far. This is already quite a bit of fabrication. Just imagine how the other design would have been with the drawbar and everything. Ugh. My head would have exploded. But what in the name of hell is the next step? Oh man, that's messed up. I think that's pretty good. But now let's focus on reinforcements now mainly. I think the primary body of the thing is pretty much finished at the moment, and from here on out it's pretty much only like reinforcements and stuff like that. And in the end we need to do that welded into oblivion thing. I think I'm gonna add a bar there. Yeah, something here.
täitsa lõpp seda sitta ja painuta ära. Dude, I completely forgot I had this thing as well. Wow, look at that thing, man. It's gonna be one nasty boy. Okay, what's next?
You know, I think everything up front should be pretty solid at the moment. I don't think I need to add anything here, so let's go to the back. Maybe something there. By the way, this is going to be very fun to weld together later. But I think I don't need to add anything else here. The claw part should be solid. Yeah, I think the claw part should be pretty okay. Let's focus on the other thing now. Let's add the limiter back. So this will be my limiter basically. This is supposed to stop the glass from moving any further.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Maybe we can add something up front. Blade will be there. I can't add anything here. Yep. But technically I can add something here. I'm thinking some type of a back plate. The other blade that I had. But I will need to cut some access holes for the hoses, for the bottom part. Currently I'm not sure what setup I'm gonna do for the hoses. You know, I already ordered the hydraulic stuff. Hoses. Other things. But the thing doesn't move much, so I just need to leave like a small access hole. Make the steel go there, turn, follow the line up there, and then go like that. Maybe even go like that in the end. Yeah. I'm gonna attempt to make the back plate for it, but I can't weld it on just yet. Because if I welded it on, then I can't access a lot of those areas which still need welding. So we'll do this in the end. I'm just gonna try to finish it first. Maybe we can use the plasma cutter for this. This is not 10 mil, this is 8, I believe. Something like that. Doesn't match up. I can't see. I think it does. Maybe. I wonder how much I can cut before that thing will reach its duty cycle. Guessing that maybe, perhaps, but I'm probably gonna crap out before we finish it. I'm not gonna use any guide. Check that out. Hands of a surgeon. I think it's fine. Maybe I can even keep this part. Not 100% sure. I'm just gonna cut it from there. It's gonna get in the way. I can't close that later anyway. Yeah.
Actually, way faster than the last one I got there. Even with the flat tire change. Perfecto.
So guys, I think we're missing one piece. So we got the back support, we got the bottom support, we got the front support, we got that thing over there, but we don't have anything up here. There's not much room there, sadly, but I think I definitely need to put something there. Maybe on this spot, perhaps. It's like very, very minimal room. But somewhere there we should be able to put something. Maybe that same rod. Guys, I think I'm gonna save these. I'm not gonna throw them away. I think these chips are very good to, you know, surface coat with epoxy paper, for example. That would be an interesting project. But anyway, guys, if this project doesn't pan out, then I just figured we could possibly use this as a really small grappler, you know. Mount this thing on the lawn tractor, for example, and it's a grappler, just like that, right? I mean, why not? Definitely looks like a grappler from this point of view, right? But next up, I think the blade is next. Now ultimately this thing will not be positioned as it is right now, it's gonna be on its side. So the blade is gonna come on either side currently. I think it doesn't matter which side I choose, I just have to keep in mind. I think if the thing closes, I'm on the excavator like so, and the thing closes from that end. I think that would be generally better than that end. Technically it doesn't matter, but no, I'm a righty, so maybe let's go with the right. So that means it will be... kurat, ma ei jõua liigutadagi seda enam. Ossa perse. Oi, 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 oi. Oh, that's heavy. So the blade goes here, and the sucky thing is that I would like to use hard steel for the blade part. And I do have a bit of hard steel. I have that piece, and I have that piece. Although it says 355, that's wrong. It's not that. This is hard axe. I've tried drilling this. That's just impossible. Also, the dry gut saw does not cut it. But I think it's not thick enough. It's only 10 millimeters, and it might actually bend it. I think I'm just gonna weld like two pieces of that hard axe plating down there, so the overall thickness will be 20 mil, which should be more than enough. Piece number 1 will be there. And the second piece will be just like an extension from here to there. Now with this setup, the biggest piece I could possibly got would be somewhere like 16 or 17. So like that much, which is definitely too much. But I want to keep that option open. Maybe it will be even able to cut that. Who knows?
About 15. This much. That would be the maximum I would be able to bike with this thing. But I don't think I'm ever gonna even try that. That is a bit much. I think I need to weld the blade into place before I can continue. At least from this side. Oh, the gap. Can I have one more layer there? If that can fall in. Oops, I missed the target. This hammer sucks. Alright, that should hold right. But I'm gonna add one more layer.
Varsti võib sae nurka panna juba, jah? Arvester tuleb valmis või? Jaa. Kõrd ma peaks seda ketti vahe telitama, kuidas see käis teil? Süva küll, jah.
Paberit lõikatakse.
Jaa.
boy. Oh boy. That's a lot of grinding. And I probably need to grind a lot more. Now, if you're wondering why I made the blade tilt downwards more, then I figured, well, if you go cut something, then if the blade was tilted upwards, it will also lift the entire thing what you're cutting upwards. So the tree would be dragging along the glass. I'm not sure, maybe it doesn't matter. I've seen blades go both ways. And I'm gonna keep that little corner there to kind of guide me. So that will be my goal, mostly to place the whatever I wanna cut into that location.
But guys, at the moment we are getting closer and closer. As of right now I can't see the finish line yet, but we are getting there. Now I just kind of realized there, I'm not finished yet with this part at least. There are few more items to add. First of all, I realized that once you bite onto something, you know, okay, it will cut the thing from down there, and then the glass will push the thing against that thing, but there's nothing at the bottom now. So it was just imagine like that, cutting, successful cut, and then that thing will just go there. So I need to add some type of a wall for that, to prevent that from happening. I mean, that's something I did not realize before, but luckily I realized it now. And then I figured I'm probably gonna add some supports here as well. I mean, this is pretty thick plating, but maybe this will still like bend. Extremely unlikely, however, it's still possible. And I figured maybe while I'm at it, maybe reinforce this area slightly as well, but probably not necessary. Now my main concern is that these smaller branches, I'm just gonna cut them and then I'm gonna push them through that blade. So it's gonna cut from here as well. So maybe if it was slightly thicker, it's not gonna happen. Or maybe like add some type of a rod here, perhaps. Some type of a cushioner. I'm not sure at the moment. Let's deal with that first.
I think that's pretty good. Let's imagine that this low is a branch. What nicely guided. Huh. Yeah. Not gonna go anywhere. There's a bit more room down there, but I think it doesn't matter. I mean, the branch doesn't need to be level, right? Who cares about that?
Dude, with every second this thing is getting heavier. Holy hell. Mis see oli? Oh, seda on vaja. Yeah, I'm surprised I can still move it. So let's add more stuff. I think that's it. I don't see anything else that I need to add. At the moment, at least. So, next up should be the excavator mount part. But before we do that, I think let's figure out the pin situation. Now, luckily the hydraulic cylinders all have grease fittings. I don't have to do anything with the cylinder pins other than maybe lock them down. The main pin though, I think I'm just gonna install like a grease fitting in the center of the pipe, or maybe even two of them, and prevent the main shaft from moving. That would be the goal. So let's try to lock the bottom ones first, and I think I have a pretty cool idea how to achieve that. I need those two to face each other relatively, and then I'm gonna the frame piece that was left over from the log forwarder trailer. I figured I can cut like a chunk out of it, weld it there, and a couple of bolts on both sides should nicely lock those pins down. 16, like 15 perhaps, or huh. Not quite in the same spot, something definitely went wrong somewhere. Well, that's embarrassing. Guys, this is definitely not one of those tofu drill bits. This is actually very good. Ignore that part. It's just a glitch in the matrix. Come on, man, what the fuck? I swear, I'm not doing this crap on purpose. It's just kinda happening. Every day. Every minute. Happens kinda often though. So maybe I am doing it on purpose. Everything's possible these days. Actually, guys, I got slightly a better idea. The process is pretty similar, and it will achieve the same goal, but it will look a bit better. And that should work pretty good, right? Yeah, it will hold the pins in place, plus that pipe will add some armor points, right? Yes, okay. Go-to tool. Thing will do everything. Maybe we can even weld with this thing. I mean, why not? Now let's focus on the main pin now. I think I want the thing to be pretty much flat on one side like it is right now. So this will be the bottom side, which will be rubbing against the ground most of the time. So if there was like a rod sticking out of it, then that rod might, I don't know, do stuff that's not important. So I think I'm not gonna really do anything on this side. Seems pretty okay. And on this side I'm just gonna weld that pipe thing. Also drill a hole. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit here. Modulint. No, close enough. Ja, vad ska vi göra nu? Wow, what a boring job. Let me guess, this is way off. Not the worst. I mean, it's pretty on spot, but just need to modify the other end of it. There you go. It's not terribly bad. Terribly bad. Terribly bad. What? Blät, no, miks sa ütled blät? Ütle bad. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Should I add only one? Or maybe two? Or maybe three? 1, 2, 3. Technically, if I add one in the center, then it should evenly spread out to both ends. But that's not always the case. So I think I need to add 2 at least, minimal. 3 would be perfect. No, let's add 3. Maybe I break 1 or 2, then I have backup.
I don't know, guys. That part looked really ugly, so maybe I don't even need it. Whatever.
Other than that though, I think this thing is finished. Obviously, apart from a bunch of smoke and sparks. But other than those two, I think it should be pretty much finished. And before I start welding it into oblivion, I think let's try to figure out the mount for the excavator. Just need to park it on its side. On the side where it will be resting. Oh! So connected to the excavator, your view is the operator's view, and this thing will be in this orientation. Now I can't really bring out my excavator at the moment. The guy is a bit indisposed. Well, he's literally in a ditch, and the ditch is full of water, and the water has frozen. So I can't even move that thing, period. So I'm gonna go grab a Soviet card, and I'm gonna go take one of those buckets, extra buckets that I have. Convenient. Basically, I need to make something like this. Couple of ears, and if I mimic the design pretty much the same as this is, then technically it should fit on my excavator later on. That's actually what I wanted. Okay, the thing goes on the excavator like this way. This is completely curled in when you're scooping up dirt. This is somewhere in the middle of the cylinder stroke, and I don't think it goes like this, maybe. But I think I should be aiming for something in the middle, right? So I would have the same movement with that thing as I have with this thing. I'm guessing something like that should work. I'm gonna breathe up, it's gonna go up, and I'm gonna go down. It's gonna go down. Anyway, yeah, you know, the option. So over there. That's all we need. 15. 15. I have that. Very good. 41. 41. I'm guessing the pin is 40. These holes are probably ovaled out a bit. That's really annoying. Be quiet. Oh, by the way, I think I figured it out. Basically, I'm gonna make the mounting points to this frame bar. But you know, I want to take it a bit further away from the excavator, so I don't want the tilting action to be here. A bit further away, like here would be pretty good, maybe a bit closer. But I don't want to install the backplate before I weld everything inside, so I have to install the secondary supports later. Well into the sparks and smoke phase. Basically the excavator's main arm will be somewhere here, a bit higher, and the ram part will be there, and it will be pivoting right here. Actually, that's quite close. I mean, the trees will be right there. Yeah, cylinder, like half a meter away from the cylinder. Maybe that's not the best course. Should be a bit further away. But I don't think I have any like proper. It should be strong enough. And actually, I like the I-beam idea. Make it a bit further away from the machine. That will give me more reach as well. I-beams are usually not made out of hardox, right? I'm not entirely sure why they are red.
Oh man, these things are really bent up. Maybe it's fine. Whatever, I'll put some paint on it later.
Somewhere there, but maybe higher. And then somewhere there. Personally, I think the holes, the distance between the two holes don't matter that much. The further it is, the less movement I will have with the cylinder. The closer it is, the more movement I will have. Siia nagu natuke ülespoole. By the way, guys, just in case, I went and measured the pin on the excavator, and I'm so glad I did that because remember that hole was 41, actually almost 42, but the pin on the excavator is 36. So that means that hole is 6 millimeters bigger than the pin, and I would have made it the same size. Now I'm making it the right size. Oh, by the way, I decided to change out those absolute garbage looking I-beams. I mean, look at this crap. This is garbage. I'm sure they will sit there for another 10 years and then I will need them. But in the meantime, Moodily. Here, boy. I can't go over 21. Then it's not gonna fit. Look at that. But guys, I think this is it. I think it's over. Well, maybe like 75% over, but we're very close. I still need to add some support up here, maybe something there. That back plate also a diagonal that way. But you know, I think at this point I can just weld everything together. Yo, it's probably gonna take me an entire day to weld this crap though. But I think I can do it now. My little mounting plate is finished. The grappler is basically finished. I just need to yeah, weld everything and add the back plate. Then it should be solid. Oh man. And honestly, it looks pretty cool. Can't wait to dry it out. Then we'll see if all this crap was worth it or not. Because dude, I've been at it for like 3 or 4 days now. I can't even remember. Too long. But guys, I'm gonna throw you on a little loop. Put some dunes on and yeah, let's just kind of weld it together. Just melt everything together and maybe throw some paint on it. I'm pretty sure I don't really need to change anything at the moment. We'll figure that part out once we start testing. But you know, I think this will work. We'll be able to cut some sticks in half. But see you in a few months, I mean. Dents. I never really planned to take this thing off, but I figured, hey, it would look a lot better if the glove part was painted red and everything else black. See how much effort I have to suffer in order to achieve that goal? It's not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. But whatever. think we're very close. This sucks so much, man. Kun sä kiinni olet siellä, kun roikkuit. Why so still? I can't even press lift that. Great. Now I have a new hole. Let's name it. It was a misunderstanding, okay? The guy just fell. I don't know. Everything's a mystery. We should probably give it a name as well, right? I'm gonna try to think up something. Oh, and then a bit more weld there. I'm gonna write the name on this spot. I think that's okay. Why not? I mean, it should work. It should work, I know. Oh, by the way, I couldn't figure out the name in time, so I'm just gonna write just a simple... Yeah, it's just a simple placeholder until I can figure out the name. Now I'm looking at these 7 more armor points. I think we can even use this thing as a wrecking ball if we got all the forests down. After we got all the forests down, I mean. Oh, I can actually lift it. Thought I would. I was sure I need to bring Joseph here. No, everything's okay, guys. That was part of the plan. paint. Where you at, my man? Right there. I wonder how much armor points the paint will add. I didn't think that much, but maybe a little bit.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa. Guys, it sucks. I could see this mile away. Wow. It's too unstable on the freaking table. Man, next time take the hint. Look at doing unnecessary crap now. Look at that barbecue. Wow. Nice aim, by the way. Perfect. 10 points. Not even that. Joku, mitäs päivität sen? Don't drop your wrecking ball on your power lines. You bent the corner in half. Look at that. Wow. War wounds. I'm gonna go with that. Looks like we can fit a washer there perhaps. So much work just to get a stupid washer a bit bigger. That's just unfair. Okay. Wait, what now? The hole is there. What? Why did you? Huh? What? I don't get it. Did I install this thing on the table over there? It matched up nicely. All of a sudden the thing is pointing somewhere else? What? I couldn't install the thing the wrong way as well because there's only one hole on one side. It has to be the correct hole. Do not understand what's going on. Bye bye. Just guys, just it's amazing. Everything's so tight. It's like manufactured by a bro. Dude, look at that crap. Here's a little tip for you guys. Don't ever make the stupid holes the same size as the bolts. It's not gonna work. Because you don't need 3 grease fittings. 1 is enough. It bumped all the way up here. No problem. That thing doesn't seem to want to accept any grease. I'm not sure why. Oh, and the bottom one doesn't even have a fitting. Is it a broken fitting? Oh man, that's a broken fitting. That's great. getting grease. Very minimal what is coming through. Definitely better than up there. Ow! Dude, I did not even see that. I'm like pumping away. But on the sneaky side, everything is flowing out. That's so typical. Man, that is so tight. Everything's so tight. But that's good, right? I think that's very good. Plus, I think the red claw option was worth it. Although it took me several hours to even take the claw off, plus install it back, which was also a nightmare, by the way. But I think it was worth it. However, there is this one thing that I forgot about. And before I install the hydraulic hoses and stuff, I need to weld a new plate. So I forgot to install some type of a support here. I'm not really sure if it's worth it or required even. Because that area is not really getting a lot of stress. It's not like digging into the ground or anything like that. It's just, it has to support the grappler's weight and also whatever is bitten off the ground. But and I think it's worth it. We don't want this part to bend now, do we? So I'm gonna install some type of a diagonal support on this location as well. That should definitely help. So much for my awesome paint job. Actually guys, pretty important moment at the moment. Get it? Will the hoses actually, play ball? Will they not rub against anything, or maybe they will crash against the wall or something? I think we're good. Yeah. We are good. Dude, this stupid video will never end. Very good. well, I think we're finished. What an insane journey this has been. Wow, definitely something else. But you know, I think it came out pretty good. We're not sure how it works yet. I mean, we gotta properly test it out, obviously. Maybe it's not really good. You know, cutting branches and trees and stuff like that. Maybe we can only use it to cut. Maybe we can only use it to cut grass. Supermom's new lawnmower. Check it out. What a steal! Now I did add that extra blade there to the one side only, not on that side, because I figured the pinching moment will be when it's trying to cut the wood, you know. So the blade currently is 20 mil of Hardax, but that was only 10 mil. So I figured maybe that's gonna act like a blade and it's gonna cut from there, not from there. So I added another 10 millimeters to that area to, I don't know, increase the flat pushing bar, I guess. Then I added a couple of these supports to the bottom because of the cylinders. They were basically welded to 8 millimeter steel blade, which obviously it is not enough. So a couple of those flat bars there should help to strengthen the bottom up nicely. And yeah, got really nothing left to say other than let's go do some testing. I am very excited for that part. I'm gonna go summon the hoe. Give me a moment. Look at that. I'm so glad I made the holes smaller. This fits a lot better than... Just imagine if this hole was 41. The pin is 36 and I made the hole 37. Tight fit. Pin fits. Pin fits. Basically like exactly the same. 14.4 and that's 14.4. So it's like perfect match, which is not great. It should have some play. Calabanga! I have no idea what that even means. But it's not important. Dude, I hope the auxiliary hydraulics still work on this thing. I haven't used them ever since I fixed them, which was like 2 years ago, so I'm not sure. Very exciting moment. Sit down. Kuradi kepp see peal on. I don't know what. Dude, I'm sure I closed this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's closed. Maybe this is like not the correct hydraulic setup. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I got the same setup on the grappler bucket, so it should be the same. Maybe I just didn't tighten them down. What an embarrassment. I'm not sure. No, mis jäädki siia või? No jää siia. Wait a minute. The wrong hose. These two need to be connected up, not what? How? Man, I have no words. Zero. What the fuck? Okay, so that's the correct setup. Kinda makes a lot more sense. Did you see that crap? Wow. It moved. I'm in complete disbelief. I was pretty sure it's gonna warp out of existence. But dude, yeah, we gotta go got something now. This is the most exciting part, by the way. Will this even work? And I think let's start off with something easy, something smaller. You know what they say? All the amazing beginnings have a humble beginning. The hell does that even mean, bro? Now it works. We can go home. Doesn't have the hydraulic power, I think. The cylinders, even if two of them, too small. Or maybe I need to sharpen the blade up a bit. That's pretty dull, honestly. Okay guys, so I think I'm gonna go try to sharpen this thing as much as possible, because right now I think it's just not enough. I mean, we got that flat spot there and that doesn't got anything. I'm gonna try to sharpen this somewhat down, maybe that will help. I think that's it. I honestly don't think I'm gonna get any better results from the blade, but I still think it's not enough. Maybe you have to improve it a little bit, but... Oh, by the way, to top off all the misfortune I've had so far, look at that. This guy over here just all of a sudden was like, okay man, I'm gonna go home with my seals. And all of a sudden the seals just went bad on it. Man, this sucks. Another thing that I need to fix. Man. I can't even see the dipstick. Dipstick missing. Oh, sorry. Dip ball, not stick. Yeah, it showed up now, but it's very low. By the way, this is where the money goes when you own equipment, heavy equipment. Most of the money goes to the oil, which you spill all over the place. Luckily I delete all those parts. I guess it kind of depends on the species as well, because the other one, the same size, broke pretty easily. This one doesn't. actually a pretty decent size it broke, honestly. What is that, like 10 something like that, but it couldn't bite this down at all. This is something else, I don't know. Maybe it's made out of stainless steel, who knows. Same for this guy, very hard, but I think this should be Polar. It breaks very easily, although it's a hardwood. You suddenly like braking. Didn't brake anything 5 minutes ago. Sucked at it. I don't know, guys. I think we need to assess this. I think we need to assess the situation. Right. Right. Park this thing and use the bow at the moment. Look at this crap. Getting worse every second. At least the frame is nicely oiled up though. Guess that's a plus. But this thing, guys, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it kinda works, but it's not working to the level which I was hoping for. I was hoping, well, I designed the claw to get up to 150 millimeters, which is exactly this much. So this much, but it appears to be getting maybe like 10, maybe 11 or something like that. And it also depends on the species, apparently, what you're getting, because some of them broke easily. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to use this to the level which I was planning to use. I mean, my main goal was to remove crap like this, just effectively and easily, quickly, I mean, remove stuff like this. But the one by one, maybe I can chomp them off. However, chainsaw would be a lot faster in this case. A lot faster. The only plus side is that I can stack them in a pile with the excavator, and later I can pick up the pile with the grappler bucket either load it on the log trailer or just carry it to the energy wood pile overall. Something like that is probably too much for it, but stuff like this it can cut with ease. But when they're in a pile like this, then it's a lot harder. This was actually my main goal for the thing, and it kind of disappoints, honestly. Yeah, I think the problem is pretty obvious. The lack of hydraulic force. These two little cylinders just can't deliver. I think these are like 25 mil, maybe a bit more. 25, yeah. Yeah, I knew that one is not enough, that's why I added two. I figured maybe by adding two it's gonna increase the force. Well, it does, but not to a degree which I was hoping for, I guess. That's the negative side of not knowing math, by the way. The result is right there. So yeah, maybe some of you guys can calculate the force, what that thing can deliver. I mean, those two cylinders. Then maybe we could adjust the pressure relief valve on the excavator. That would also increase the pressure, but I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe most likely something else will break then. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed out at the moment. I mean, it kind of cuts, but not what I was hoping for, and in most cases at the moment it looks like a chainsaw would be a lot faster option. So I'm not really... I mean, I like the design. The thing looks pretty beefcake overall, but it's just hydraulic wise doesn't deliver. I just got an idea, by the way. Technically I could fix this by putting like buying a larger cylinder and fitting those there, but they would have to be the same length, and then I would probably need to modify these gaps also, because the larger cylinders usually like that is bigger, that part. But what do you think about this idea? I'm not really sure. Look at that space in between the two cylinders. I can definitely fit another one there, maybe even two. I mean, the hydraulic setup would look really weird with more than two cylinders. The hoses would be a mess, but three would definitely increase the clamping force again. The four would be even better, twice what we have right now. So what do you think about that idea? I mean, that's the least amount of work I could do to this thing by hopefully making it usable. I mean, right now it's not quite there yet. It's kind of there, but not quite there. So yeah, I'm gonna just end this video right now. I'm gonna park this attachment for the moment. I'm gonna wait your reply in the comment section. What do you guys think? Should I add one more, or maybe if I can fit two more cylinders down there? Because I think I do have still. Yeah, I have two remaining at the moment. But guys, like I said, I'm gonna end it up. Make sure you comment on the matter. What do you guys think about that setup? I think it's doable. It's not a lot of work, but I'm not sure at the moment. So I'm just gonna end it on that note, and I'm gonna need to fix that immediately. Not in this video. Ciao.